or the POC, right? So I don't want to throw all these fancy terms, but basically what the POC represents is where most of the volume was transacted, right? So where was the highest point of volume for that week, right? Where was the highest point of volume for that week? And so the reason the volume profile is so important is because it shows you where you want to be trading from and where the price is most likely to gravitate towards. So just taking that logical extension over to the next day. So what we can see here is here. So this is now Monday, the 15th. And so we can see obviously the week has started again. So if we just take a look at where the previous week's POC was, so that was 69.26, this red line over here. This was the previous week's POC. Now, if we just take a look at how Monday's price action actually behaved before I break down the trade, this is basically how it works, right? So the market tested the previous week's point of control almost to the T. Now, it doesn't always work out like this, but using the volume profiles gives you a massive edge on where the markets are going to, or where the markets are likely to react from. Just a quick tip so you can kind of take that to your advantage. Now, the next thing is using it for the daily market profile. It does the same sort of thing, right? So if we just kind of let that play out, you can look at previous days, keep old market profiles too. So you can see here, each market profile represents the previous day's volume. So this is Monday, it shows Friday's volume, right? This is Friday, it actually shows Thursday's volume, right? Thursday shows Wednesday's volume. So what we can see here, for each day, we have a specific POC. So POC here, POC, 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 right? So knowing where the point of control is for the previous day is quite powerful. And so this is where, using order flow comes into play. Now, a couple of rules about POC that I think, or just a volume profile as a whole, that I think people should just remember. So going into Monday's New York session over here. So New York session obviously opened here, massive bearish candle, huge bearish candle. So going into this particular week, I had a pretty set bias in play, right? So this is what I was looking at. So 15th of December, these were sort of my levels. Now we had our first level up here and we had our second